Hi, welcome to a special episode of Guitar Slinger TV. I'm Jon Bivona.
And I'm Paul Vario, and today, for the very first time, we're actually going to do a viewer request episode. You know, one of our goals with Guitar Slinger TV is we want this to be an interactive experience for our viewers. We encourage you every week to leave questions for us in the comment section of our videos. And the idea is that we'll draw from those questions and actually shoot full videos on them. But since we're just getting started at this, we had a couple of people that gave us some great ideas and comments, and we thought it would be really neat to show you our sincerity to just get started and just do a whole episode on your viewer requests.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So Pete Maggs had a really great question for us. For our G major scale lesson, he had asked if there was sort of like an easy way that you can go about harmonizing the notes in the scale. So when we played the G major scale, we did it a couple of different ways. The notes are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. And there is actually a really great trick for this. If you play the first note of the scale, which is G, and the third note of the scale, at the same time, you're playing a really common harmony. That's a third. You can play through all of the notes in the scale with an interval of a third as the harmony. And the trick to it is whatever note you're playing, you don't play the next note of the scale. You skip over, right? You play the one after that.
Right.
You play them at the same time, and that's really what harmony is, by the way, is two different notes played at the same time.
Right.
So run through the scale, John, first, and then run through the scale and just harmonize it in thirds.
Sure. So, as Paul played, here's the first octave of a G major scale. Just like that.
Cool.
So now I'm going to play the first and the third.
Yep.
The second and the fifth. So on and so forth. Just like that.
You know, if you, it's a really popular song if you go up and down the first three notes of the scale. Just kind of going up and down. It's really fun. So we definitely encourage you to mess around with that, Pete Maggs, and see if it works for you. Harmony is awesome, though. And harmony on guitar is a lot of fun. Obviously, whenever we play a chord, it's a harmony. But when we take melodies or guitar solos and we harmonize them, it's awesome. And oh, I love you. That was like a Bill and Ted moment. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, yeah, harmony leads. Harmony solos are a lot of fun. We should do a whole episode about them.
We will.
But moving along, let's talk about Talia C. She had a great comment and question for us on our easy chords lesson. So for the easy chord lesson, we basically had our students park their third and fourth fingers on the third frets of the first and second string. And then we were able to play 7 chords of the scale of the key just by, well, just switching one finger at a time. Really makes switching chords very easy, and it's very...
It's great. Great
really
songwriting tool.
So Talia had a great question, and she wanted to know, is there an easy way that we can go about doing this in a different key? And there is the easiest way to do this in a different key. This is a capo. It's a tool that every guitar player should have.
We're not smart enough to...
Well, we are, but we're lazy.
We don't have enough time, exactly.
Yeah. So what you can do is get one of these for, I mean, you can get a cheap one for a couple bucks.
Yep.
The fancy one's like 15 bucks. And it's a clamp.
Yep.
You put it on a fret. John's going to put it on his second fret now. And you're shortening the length of your guitar. By doing this, you're raising the pitch of the strings.
These frets no longer exist. Bye-bye.
It's like you're playing a Steinberger. Remember those?
Moving on.
So his fret is capoed at 2. So he's going to move his easy chord positions up 2 frets. And he's going to run through the 7 chords in the easy chord lesson. And now he's playing in the key of A. Previously in the key of G, we moved everything up a whole step, 2 frets on the guitar. It's the key of A.
We're there.
Another really common key in music and also for guitar songs too, key of C.
Oh.
So if you want, yeah, just go ahead. You're good.
Be careful with these things when you put them on, because 9 times out of 10, the strings get caught a little bit.
Try not to.
Watch this.
That's nasty sounding.
So you
Did you mean to sound bad on purpose?
Yeah.
No? Oh, good. Okay.
So make sure each string
Yeah.
is where it's supposed to be, nicely placed.
Yep.
And then move about your business.
So we got.
Okay, so here's the same chord progression.
That's right. And now you're on the 5th fret. So you're playing the key of C, right? If I play a C chord when he plays his, you'll hear that our guitars are totally out of tune. So, but that's a really easy way that you could take your easy chord in G and now make it easy chords in A and easy chords in C. So 2nd fret position for A, 5th fret position for C, and
this works on every fret. Have fun.
yeah, go nuts. Any fretted instrument, any stringed instrument, try it on a bass guitar. They're really cool. You bet on a mandolin, whatever you got. Capos are pretty sweet.
I like to walk around my house and try to put on my son's nose. He gets really. Okay, sorry.
Child services.
Yep.
Call now. Finally, Whatnot had a lot of great questions for us and a lot of great suggestions for things for us to cover. And one of the things that we thought was kind of cool was he had asked us about some of our go-to licks, or, you know, like, do you have... We talk about this. Every guitar player should work on developing sort of like their own little toolbox, their own little tackle box of little licks that they like to play. And then when they're improvising, instead of just like reaching out into the ether for every note they're playing, they're kind of like weaving between familiar licks and then being inspired by the moment, by the other musicians, by the song.
Sure. I usually tell my students, basically, if you have I call them preset licks.
Sure, yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
If you have one, let's say start off the solo with, let's say a typical bluesy one would be, let me turn my volume on. Just like that. Start maybe with that.
Sure. Chuck Berry.
Mix up the notes.
Where it starts.
And go into another preset lick. Can you give me like a 12-bar blues real quick?
Yeah, totally. We've been doing a lot of 12 bars today.
Yep. Preset lick. Go about your business.
Give us another lick, John.
Another preset lick. Move about your business. Anything you want to do. Preset lick. About your business. And bring it home, Paul.
I like that second lick. That was very cool. Can you show us that lick? Your second preset lick?
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm just bending the 3rd string on the 7th fret, right out of the 1st pentatonic. 5th fret on the 2nd string, 8th fret on the 2nd string. That's it. That's it.
I like it.
Do you have any?
You know, for me...
I'm sure you do.
You know, actually... I have like a little pattern, a little box that I like to play with a lot. And off of it, I just kind of improvise forever. I take the minor pentatonic scale, which we've been using, and I like to add a note to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings, giving me 3 notes per string. And it's a uniform pattern, which means, well, I'm kind of playing a symmetrical shape from string to string to string. I'll play the top 3 notes of the A minor scale, and I'm going to use 3 fingers for this, so I'm going to do some blues fingering. So that's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd notes of the A minor scale.
Ooh. Do, re, in.
Yeah. So the Dorian scale is like the minor scale, but it has a major note in there. The 6th note comes from the major scale. Lightens it up. It's sort of like a bluesy kind of approach to the minor scale. It's really sweet.
It's great.
And it sounds like that Wing song.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a really fun thing. I like playing with it, and I'm going to continue the pattern on the 3rd string. That's from the blues scale.
Yep.
So there's some tension there. If you're like, oh, I don't like that note, Paul. Well, it's because you have ears and they're working properly. But when you use them together, you can bend off the top note on, or the 2nd fret, I should say. Do a little half step bends off of that. You can bend off the top note on the first 2 strings. And it's just like a really fun little palette I like to play with. It doesn't sound good over straight minor chords. If there's like a 7 chord in there or a 6 chord in there, it could be a little weird. Or I should say minor keys. But it works great for blues. It works great for rock and funk and things like that. And that's kind of like my wheelhouse. Jazz sounds good.
Great. That's great. I love it.
Give me like a little, like an A minor 7 chord. Like give me like a little jazzy thing.
A minor 7?
A minor 7, yeah. Oh, thanks, Jon. Paul McCartney.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. If you listen to my stuff, I do it in every song. It's my jam. I like it. It makes me happy. So this was really fun, and really we got some great inspiration and ideas from you guys. I think perhaps maybe that next session we might actually talk about doing our like harmony guitar solo thing. That would be really fun to talk about.
A lot of fun.
But please, this is a two-way street. Give us feedback. Let us know what you'd like to see covered, and we'll be more than happy to do our best, well, to make it happen for you.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I mean, we like doing this. Hanging out and playing guitar, it's what we do every day.
Favorite things.
Thankfully, we've been able to do it for a living, and I'm very grateful for that. So, hey, I'm Paul Vario.
I'm Jon Bivona.
This has been our first viewer request episode of Guitar Slinger TV. Please click the subscribe button. Check us out at patreon.com for exclusive tabs, tips, and exercises. And just want to thank you all for your support. You are awesome.
Guitar Slinger TV.
Capo Slinger TV. No, Guitar Slinger TV is better.
I like it better.
Join us.